So your carpal tunnel is bothering you, and you haven't done any of the things in my prior videos of how to actually sit with good posture at your desk, how to position your arms to stop and prevent carpal tunnel. It went too long, it went too far, and now you got some aches and pains here. So what do we do? Here's a couple exercises for you. One, we're going to call this a tack and floss wrist flex. We're going to take the pressure of the thumb right on the skin here, and we're going to press the skin up and down. Right? I'm going to do this just by itself, moving up, maybe halfway up the forearm to the wrist in all the different little positions. Just tagging. We're not digging in. We're just moving the skin. Then we're going to come right to this area about a thumb's width below the wrist. We're going to pin that area in, and we're going to bring the wrist back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, just like so. As I do that, I'm pulling my thumb down for 3 to 5 rotations, and I'm going to push my thumb up for 3 to 5 rotations. This is going to allow some slack to form inside that carpal tunnel and allow that tendon to start moving more. The more slack and room we have, the easier things slide and glide. Next technique we're going to do is a technique called nerve flossing. Just like a piece of dental floss between your teeth, we're going to take the nerve that comes down from the brain, through the neck, out the arm to the fingertips, and we're going to slide and glide that through all of its little connective pieces. So, how do we do that? Hands go out to the side, just like so. We're going to turn one hand up, and we're going to turn our head to look at that hand. And then we're going to rotate the other way. The hands turn down, other hand turns up, and I look towards my other hand. So the arms are all the way out, the shoulders sideways. I'm going to bring them in just so you can see in the camera a little clearer. Always looking up, the hands, that's palm up. Remember, the hands aren't supposed to be in front of us. They're supposed to be out to our sides right now. As I look at the hand, that's palm up, and switch, and switch. And remember, we're not rotating just at the wrist. It's the entirety of the arm. If you look, my arm's facing up, my whole arm's facing down. The whole arm changes. It's a very beautiful nerve floss from the neck all the way down the arm to allow that nerve to slide and glide through all the areas where it might get caught. So if you have carpal tunnel, definitely try them out. Also, please, please, please apply heat, heat, and only heat. Never ice to it. Ice creates more inflammation, and ice will slow down your healing process. So if you want to be less inflamed and you want to heal faster, heat, heat, heat. Never rice, rest, ice, compression, elevation. Always chem. Compression, heat, elevation, and movement. Enjoy.